All right. One of the things that by the way, I'm still working on extracting the enums from that. So, and I know Basil's working on. He's got a PR for. He said. Um, There's a to-do to refactor the variant property of crypto algorithms. Um, so hopefully we can get both of those things done next week. What I wanted to do, however, is may sound a little mundane, but I think it's really important, is to tidy up all of the descriptions of all the fields. So for example, we've got um, curve, right? And I think the description is like five words, right? We should probably be a little bit more verbose in case somebody reading the spec isn't necessarily familiar with what a curve is. Um, Not that we have to define all these things. That's not the intent of this, but to just to go through the descriptions and see if we can add a little bit more context in terms of what it is that we're actually looking for. Let me. And we did that exercise with the attestation support as well, and we just wrapped that up a couple of sessions ago. Let's see, here's it. That's it. Yeah, this is the CBOM branch. Okay, let me share my screen. And I'll probably have to make this a little bit bigger. So let's see. Okay. Can you see that okay, Nicholas? Yeah, okay. Let's see, where is the CBOM? Where's the formulation stuff? Okay. Crypto properties. Um, okay, so this is the crypto properties object itself. What do we want to say here? Is there text that's maybe in the README for CBOM that maybe we could apply here, or something else?
That is actually a good point. I will have a look. So crypto properties. Okay, that's not that much of an expression. So the crypto properties object describes the following asset types, which is like more technical than.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, we have on the CBOM design, in that section, there's a dot called capturing crypto asset properties, and there it says crypto assets have properties that uniquely define them and that makes them actionable for further reasoning. And then also an example for that, maybe that's applicable.
Yeah, that short little snippet sounds like a good start.
Yeah.
Can you paste that in the Zoom chat?
Yeah. First, I just put the link in, but I can
Oh,
also.
I see what you did. Okay. Yep. Oh, yeah. Okay, I got it. Where do we want to stop that sentence? After, GCM, that second sentence?
That's a good
Or do we want
question.
to, what do we want to continue on?
Actually,
We
there.
might actually want to continue on. This,
Yeah. I mean, is there a limit in the JSON schema for
no, no, no.
description?
I'm thinking maybe add up until makes a difference. Is that too much, or are we going down too much down the one specific path and not the others?
I mean, it's heavily related to algorithms, but I would say it's still good example and
Yeah.
good description. Yeah. So if there's no limit, I would say we can just add it.
Huh? Okay. All right. Is there anything that we want to put for type, which is an enum, specific asset type for the crypto asset?
Mm. Yeah,
And
there's an .1. It's actually a good description for that, maybe.
a lot of the enums we've been historically, and I can give you an example of this. Well, you're probably familiar with it, but a lot of the enums we actually have descriptions for, and then what
Mm-hmm.
we do is is what we do is then we'll put, because JSON schema unfortunately has many limitations. One is that I can't directly describe, an enum, which
Mm-hmm.
is like XML has been able to do that since for 25 years, but I can't do that in JSON. So what we've been doing is we've been describing the enums in here in this description, and then what we do is we put some very simple markdown so
Mm-hmm.
that when the doc generation tool picks that up, it'll actually generate the HTML, so that like these things are all like bullet points, for example.
That's a nice hack.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. So we have a workaround, and then this is going to also be kind of relevant for our work on TC54, which um, requires a human readable document rather than, well, I mean, it requires just a wall of text. Let's put it that way. So kind of a subset of what we're doing today, but that's kind of why it's important to have these descriptions kind of. Um,
Yep.
so let's see, what do we want to put here? And then we should probably just a very quick, like a one liner, describe algorithm, certificate, protocol, and then maybe a one or two liner to describe related crypto material.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the first point from the CBOM design where we before took the second
Mm-hmm.
one, the first targeted the crypto asset, but maybe it's not, we cannot use it directly, but maybe as a starting point.
What's the starting point?
Um, so just the modeling crypto asset, the first bullet point under the CBOM design. It says crypto assets occur in several forms. Algorithm protocols are most commonly implemented specific crypto libraries. They may, however, I mean, that's very specific, maybe not, target what we want to describe there, but maybe we can use it as a starting point.
Modeling cryptographic occur in several forms. Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. So this is the sentence that you're talking about, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. And then we had, what was the order? Algorithm certificate protocol.
Yes.
Um, and then I think, how have we been doing this before? Let me just see here real quick. We've been doing it. Okay, so that, okay, and then the equal sign. Got it. Okay. Just want to keep it consistent. All right. Do we want to write something for algorithm?
I was searching for some definitions, but they are done. Yeah, I mean, I would say they are not related to our domain, because more on the like mathematical equation that solves some problems that is hard or something. But yeah, I think that's not useful to put it in here.
Ay, ay, ay. Sorry. Sorry for being so quiet.
I think we're all Googling, trying to find a one-line definition of an algorithm.
Oh,
Maybe one can relate it to the kinds that are there, like algorithms equals, and then cryptographic algorithms used in symmetric crypto as part of signatures and certificates or something. Maybe that's more applicable, but I don't know. In the like the real descriptions that are mathematical related, I don't know if they make sense here.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would just grab the most abstract meaning if you just want to truly want to use algorithm, because I know that we've discussed using that in other places as well. I won't try to compete on the Google search thing, since if you guys are all
Yeah, who has the best Google foo? But I'm also trying to kind of, I haven't been able to find one yet, but I've been able to find like different snippets of stuff.
There is I don't know if you heard of it. There's like a tool called Perplexity AI out there that uses in the backend LLMs and offers like a Wikipedia, Google
dear
interface.
dear llama, please explain what an algorithm is for me.
Perplexity AI, interesting. I like this.
Well, do you have do you have a perplexity AI? Okay, I'm searching that. I'm not searching algorithm.
Exactly.
Wow, check that out. I was going to use Bang AI, you know.
Interesting. Hey, this is kind of cool.
They also have an app. I use the app on my phone, so that's quite unique. And you don't have to log in to use it. That's
Exactly. Take that, Chat GPT.
I mean,
Well, I
I
just
have
like,
to.
well,
I have to mention.
I'll ask if
Yeah,
you guys have not. Where's our chat here? There's chat. Perplexity said this.
Maybe they already know your credential to log into Society of Professionals.
not bad.
All right, you're gonna make me log into IBM Watson and and ask the same question of our language models. Okay, I'm gonna do that right now. Let's see. Actually, I'm always logged in until I get forced logged out by IBM Cloud. Let's see. Refresh here. Okay, pick a model, any model. I got 20 models.
uh,
If it ever logs me in. Hold on.
how about we do? I did a thing for what is a cryptographic algorithm, and because there's obviously non-cryptographic algorithms, but let's see.
Hmm.
You're right. Let's create.
That might be short and sweet, actually. Would that be an accurate description?
Yeah, would yeah, makes sense from my perspective.
Is that, but can we, is that reusable?
Is what reusable?
I'm just trying to figure, I mean, I, like I said, I was making, what's the context of this definition? Is it specific to a label or a field key name that is very specific to just crypto?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then the next one is a certificate. So we need to define what a certificate is real quick.
Mhm.
All right. I'm ready for the next question. So I can pick any of 20 models.
Oh, that's
All
funny.
right. So you want Flan UL2 provided for algorithm? Just that.
What's that?
That's Flan. It's a Flan UL2 20 billion property model. Let me go to the some 70 billion ones. How about Llama, Chat GPT? What is that? And this is just, these are just default. Right.
So this is what Perplexity says is also known as a digital or public key. Is a electronic document that is used to prove the validity of a public key.
I have a little bit problems with the last part.
Yeah, exactly. This is why AI will not replace us anytime soon.
But actually, they provide you with a source where they got the information, so you can click on the link. So that's quite unique, quite cool.
I grabbed the first paragraph from Llama if you want that.
Let's see.
They fixed on website. But anyways.
Digital document that verifies the identity of a website or online. Security such as website. This has nothing to do with the web or online document. Nah.
I don't know. Maybe it's more like at the end. I don't know, but I feel like it's more related to a digital to represent or I don't validate. I don't know. Validate is the right word, but represent like a digital identity in some sense.
Right.
But
So if we we start with, let's see, and
identities point to the key, right? Certificate is generally validity of that key. So
Actually, the phrase used to prove validity of a public key is from Wikipedia. So
what's that?
interesting. So the phrase proves the validity of a public key for certificate, it's actually quoted from Wikipedia.
Oh, is it? Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these things are parrots anyway, so it doesn't surprise me. So this is what I wrote because I wanted to incorporate the identity because I read the validity and that's all it said. I'm like, well, that's one use case. An electronic document that is used to provide the identity or provide the identity or right now I say validity of a public key. Provide the identity or validate is that an encompassing description or no?
I think so. It's good for me.
It's actually ironic. When I was listening earlier, I was invited to a conversation about why IBM should start signing its commits inside IBM and GitHub. So that's why I wasn't paying attention for the first part. So I actually was talking about GPG signing. So that's kind of ironic and about why it reinforces your identity.
Okay. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. What is a protocol? How would you describe a protocol? I mean, it's a formal method in which something is accomplished, but that's not very useful. A set of rules and guidelines that govern the behavior and communication between two or more entities in a system. That's actually pretty good.
Okay. Here's validate your answer against llama.
that is from OpenAI. So,
Software protocol is a set of rules and standards that govern how different software systems communicate with each other. I actually like that. Anyway.
Yeah, let's see. With each other, different. It's slightly different than the one I have. Communicate between. Let's see. Communicate. Systems communicate with each other.
I mean, in Perplexity says a cryptographic protocol is a set of rules or instructions that determine how to act or interact in a given situation to allow secure communication under a given set of circumstances. It's very abstract, but
to be fair, I asked about what software protocols are used. So I still like what the first sentence that popped out of Llama had, to be honest.
Yeah, I asked specific for cryptographic protocols too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean this definition is specific to cryptography.
Doesn't matter.
And
I
what's
mean,
that?
Yeah, the cryptography protocols. Anyways, yeah.
Right. That determine.
If you take out the word cryptographic from Nicholas, it's about the same. So I like,
Yeah. Secure communication. Behavior could be secure. Okay, yes, that's fine. I think this is these two definitions are compatible with one another. Okay. All right. See, this is all the fun stuff about writing specs.
I guess what I was mentally getting stuck on is that that you don't have, depending on how the protocol doesn't, there's an implication of the cryptography that the actual protocol itself isn't encrypted, when in some cases or some parts of it may not be. And interestingly enough, but yeah.
Okay, related crypto material. This is obviously specific to CBOM. So how would we describe this? Is there
Yeah, I think we have a definition for that in our README. Let me have a look.
yeah, let's see.
In the blog post,
Describes related crypto material.
Yeah, okay, that's not.
The related crypto material asset type corresponds to cryptographic material inventoried in the CBOM. If selected the object is,
Yeah, that's not very good.
yeah.
Mhm.
Just publish something.
Maybe we could just say that like other crypto assets that are related to algorithm certificates, and then add some examples like keys, for example, or tokens.
Other cryptographic assets that are related
To algorithms or certificates or protocols, to the other three. So that's why it's related to those.
Okay.
Then just adding examples like key or token. Yeah.
Anything else? Keys, tokens.
It's a good question. What was there?
Is
Passwords, initialization vectors, but it's very specific. Yeah.
What about the curves? Would that be, are those related or
That's actually a property for algorithms.
property
Counting.
of algorithms, right? Okay. Keys, tokens. So I'll just do it like keys and tokens. It doesn't have to be three.
Yeah.
Keys and tokens. Okay. Thank you for the yeah. All right. I really wish there was like a Grammarly plugin for IntelliJ because their built-in spell check is not overly useful.
Did you add the extension spell checking tool? There's another plugin.
Yep.
Okay.
I end up copying what I will do, just so you know, what I will do is once the docs are actually generated for this, because I've got this target right here that just builds the JSON documentation, for example, which then is basically the same thing that's then published to the CycloneDX website. I'll then just copy that text, paste it into Grammarly, and correct as needed. And I do that for basically every single thing. It's yeah. Not the most ideal way to work, but
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
Algorithm properties. What do we want to say for algorithm properties?
Maybe something like all properties related to a cryptographic algorithm, but maybe we can elaborate that a little bit more. But yeah.
Okay. How would you describe a primitive? This is where
Oh, that's a good question.
your expertise is going to be.
Yeah, my expertise there is very limited. That's why I work with Basil, but
This is why I work with you. Well, what's the perplexity say?
Wikipedia says cryptographic primitives are well-established low-level cryptographic algorithms that are frequently used to build cryptographic protocols for computers' security systems.
Is that right?
Yeah, maybe it's a little bit confusing because cryptographic algorithms, I would say in this sense, is not like a real algorithm. It's more like the concept of, having statements and functions, I would say. But yeah, other than that, I think it's good. Or maybe not. Maybe it's true as it stands there.
So the perplexity, whatever it is, it basically said kind of the same thing. It says primitives are well-established, low-level cryptographic algorithm that is used as a basic building block. I like the building block part for higher-level cryptographic protocols and systems. Not sure the protocols and systems makes a lot of sense, but low-level cryptographic algorithm that is used as a basic building block for higher-level cryptographic functions. Cryptographic.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, because I mean, technically, these things are, yeah. All right. Does that make sense?
Damn it, I've been on mute this whole freaking time.
Oh, talking to yourself much.
Yeah, so I mean, if you saw the answer I put, I love building blocks as well. I think that in this case, I think it warrants an example, like we have in some other descriptions. If you see the numbers 1 through 4, I think we can cultivate a few examples there to disambiguate. Anyway, in the chat, I guess anyway. Because people, when I first read it, I was thinking that these were like things that I've never heard of, but actually this is actually makes sense because you're deriving higher order algorithms from low-level primitive things that are themselves potentially algorithms or functions.
Yep. Because I see it there in the enum. Just curious if you have a approach, like a consistent approach on how to define unknown or like other values you want to capture in an enum when it's not known.
It's to me, it's kind of like why am I trusting your algorithm? And you're basically to borrow the phrase from your blog, we're building on the giants. We're building on the trusted entities. The whole point of listing them in the thing is saying my algorithm builds on top of AES or it builds up on top of these other signature algorithms. That's what you're trying to infuse in the bill of materials here, is saying I'm building on known quantities that you trust. So therefore you can your trust in my algorithm increases. So that's why I would like to include the examples of AES, RSA, to see those words, gives me a clear hint filling out the SBOM, what's expected here, what I should describe in terms of what I've built on top of. That makes sense, Steve? Because what you're typing. Yes. I was just looking for a little parentheses, e.g., comma, RSA, DSA, just like the acronyms. But you typed a whole dictionary of stuff. But yeah, I mean, yeah, now I know completely what it is. And if I read the description, I'm like, I know exactly what's expected to put in here, right?
Is that good?
Like it, yes.
Yep.
Okay. All right. All right. Oh crap. Now we got an enum. Do we want to really describe all these? Oh shit.
It's a good question. Don't know.
Yeah, that's a tough one because given the clear example, they're not including any examples that were listed.
I don't even know what some of these are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to me, this space deserves clear identifiers and not ad hoc words.
This is why we need Basil on the phone call, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put a to-do here.
But I'll say this is clearly I would have used this if when I did Blu-ray disc encryption and key management, people would love to know the protocols and things that develop what type of ciphers and things like that, and things we built different algorithms on. Absolutely. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we need to get descriptions on all these, and this is something that he can probably do offline too, and hopefully by maybe the next meeting or something.
Cool.
All right, let's.
And that's and we actually these are kind of the most important things, I'll be honest with you, because when movie studios were trusting billion-dollar movies, to be distributed through, Blu-ray disc or streamed through Blu-ray encryption, the first question is, what their engineers want to know, how are you protecting it? And these are the details they exactly want. Right.
Exactly.
Blu-ray still exists. Interesting.
Yeah, physical media is still a thing. Funny story.
And something that doesn't use PKI. Oh my God.
Funny story. My wife or my daughter's favorite movie is The Sound of Music. Really old movie. And it was available on Disney Plus for the longest time. And then it it was completely removed from all streaming sites. Disney Plus no longer had it. You can no longer purchase it on Amazon Prime or Apple, right? It was just gone. The only way to see it was Blu-ray. So I ended up getting a disc of it, you know, and I hadn't used my Blu-ray player in at least 10 years. And that's how she uses it now. It's crazy.
Yeah, but it's all. I should point out that Blu-ray disc key and key management and encryption can still is done via streaming as well. So many of your streaming services that don't use proprietary DRM still use it. And I wrote the protocol. So anyway.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
I can blame you if it doesn't work. Got it. All right. All right. So we're signing. We're in agreement that we're signing work for Basil because he's not here.
Yeah, agree.
Oh, okay. Very good. See, this is why you want to show up, Hugo. Otherwise, we're going to sign you work. But there's way too many curves. I don't think we need to describe these things. If you're going down to this level, my assumption is that you kind of know what you're doing.
Yeah, wasn't there even a pull request to remove the curves, or like not like the curves in general, but the enum? I think so. We agreed on
No,
that,
we
but
were
I'm
going
not
to
sure.
externalize them.
Okay,
Kind of
even
like
the
what we do
curves?
for SPDX. Yeah. Yeah, because there's so many of them. I mean,
Okay.
unless they're going to change so frequently that, you know, we'll never be able to keep up with them. I honestly don't know. One problem, so the current agreed upon solution was to externalize them, like just like what we do with SPDX license IDs.
Mm-hmm.
Those are updated, you know, a couple of times a year. And there's a central place that we can go and grab what the latest license IDs are. Well, I don't necessarily have a central place where all these curves are located. I don't have a central authority that has just an enumeration of all these things,
Exactly.
which is problematic.
I mean, there is one entity that is an open source research project to collect all the curves. That's also where we got a list of all the curves. I think there are 300 in their repo.
Oh, wow.
But it's not, yeah, but it's not an official one. And they have also a JSON schema and structure to define even all the parameters of a curve and something. So maybe also something that can be, you know, extended or added there in the future. But yeah, I'm still not sure if it's good to have there an enum for curves, because I would assume that they can change frequently, and even that we are not able to capture all of them. I mean, for example, for the primitives, I think we can do, and they will not change frequently. So that,
Okay.
but we should. I feel like we had the discussion. Even I don't know if we had it here or only with Badil, but I feel like we had a discussion about that and decided to remove the enum. But yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay. Has it been removed in IBM's version of CBOM or no? Let me
That's a
check real
good
quick.
question.
Let's see, it's in the 1.5, 1.1 branch, right? So
Yeah.
let's see.
No, still in there.
I don't even see curve in there. Oh, wait, no, I'm looking in the wrong place. It's externalized, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, cryptographic properties 1.1.
Also, there's not the changes with the variant is also not in there. So I think Buddy just made PRs to the CycloneDX spec and not to our internal version.
Okay. Yeah, the curves are still in IBM's version.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we might actually remove curves then, because I was kind of wondering about that. It's like I don't have a source of truth for this.
Mm-hmm.
I also don't know how frequently they're going to change.
Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely have a hard stop on top of the hour. So
Are we at time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
just
it's
about.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, still a little bit left, but
All right. Let's this is probably a good stopping place anyway. Can you send me the link to where you got the list of these curves in the first place? I want to
yes.
see, like you said, that they had kind of a JSON schema to represent all this stuff about the curves. I just want to take a look at
Yes.
that because I think that'll be a good topic for next week's discussion.
That's a good point. Yep. I try to find it and
Okay.
send you.
All right. And let me know if there's anything that you need on my side to hopefully encourage and welcome the MITRE folks to join.
That's a good
So
point.
let me know if there's anything that I can do or you think the OWASP Foundation can do to kind of make that more accessible to them.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, I hope that they sign up on the CBOM standard and they like also see the value in it. And as soon as they see it and agree on it, I would think that it makes also sense to interact with the community here in one way or the other. But yeah, I will keep you posted. I try to convince. I mean, our strategy is definitely related and based on CBOM.
Okay.
So
are they aware that that this is going to be an ECMA standard as well?
I think we mentioned it. What is definitely interesting for a lot of customers, because you mentioned it in this call and I then mentioned it in some customer discussion, is the attestation and the attestation related and proof related to compliance and make it machine readable. So that's definitely a big point for a lot of customers. Also talking about crypto compliance then. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Very good. All right. Well, I know you got a hard stop. We're almost we're at a good stopping point anyway. So thanks again for your contributions, everyone, and I'll post a recording later today. Have a great rest of your day.
Steve,
You too.
have,
Thank you, Steve.
All right. Cheers.
Steve, you have few minutes?
Yeah.